Okay, good late morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader and one of the coaches at TradeGATEHub, which is sponsored by our main site, Tradeview Markets on the screen here. Listen, it's one of those days as I load my layout. Low layout. The layout is loading. Hold on. What do we have here? Give me a second, peoples. Ugh, that's not good. Okay. Let me go to the main screen because I just signed on. All right, so there's a lot going on. Reason why I'm a touch late, but there's always another trade. Let's sign at the TradeGATEHub just the same as I do. Listen, it's FOMO. It's yet to be determined. But while I sign in, all you have to know is this: emblematic of what's going through the market. We very easily target. Target had earnings today. There you go. Binary move, just like the rest of stocks that have earnings. You know, if Target reported a bad number, well, we could very easily saying another binary opinion. It's all over the Target. It's over. But now I guess we're gonna have to see, just like everything else. Is it FOMO or is it fundamentals? We're gonna have to wait and see. Other stocks that they're taking up. I'm gonna forget about the routine. The routine you can get here. We're here to trade. Let's get into some action. Actually, let me get into my charts and pull these here. All right, let's get into some action. Good day for the family, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, actually, come on, bastard. Okay. I mean, here's my main screen. It's to no surprise. Mega might take a little bit. The VIX, for those that are believers in the VIX, which I believe now is, where is the VIX? I think it's 14. Is it under 14? I followed the entity, not the trading. The VIX is 1409. So for those that are, and this is the trading vehicle, the VIX. Listen, the VIX, you can either, it's like it's almost like the devil. It's, it's out there and you don't want to believe it, but it's there. For those that actually believed in the price action in the VIX, after every weekend that we've been opening up with some delicate news, with several wars and inflation that was happening in the United States, more geopolitical, a tremendous amount of uncertainty. I mean, you had stocks like NVIDIA here that could have very easily had its chance of going the other way. It broke that proverbial triple bottom, whatever you want to call it. Now taking a rest of 500. Citibank, same thing. Now it's resting against resistance. Is it over? Is it going to do something like a resistance here or here as it came up to resistance? It's yet to be known. Stocks like PDD continuing going. K-Web China calls were going off the board all day long. Any stock, because of the CPI number, now a PPI number, that was acting or interest rate sensitive with rates starting to abate, at least that's the consensus. Coach will give you a better dissertation about what's going on macro. Everybody should know I'm an algorithm right now. I'm actually kind of a little bit upset that I actually have to go through some more fundamental data because I actually don't even care. I don't care. If you believed in the VIX, as I said, every month, except for this Monday, I think the market opened up after a long weekend with, like I said, a couple of wars going on, everything going on. Market was up like 18 out of 19 Mondays and had earnings and everything. The VIX still yet never did anything. It's at a low now. Don't fade me. It is the low. Maybe it's a sell the news. I'm not sure. I do want to go into something right now that's helping propel the move into TradeGATEHub. I was trying to stay out of fundamental data, but I did post it, and it is relevant. It's actually what's happening. Let me pause the video. Oh, you know what? We posted so much data that we're not allowed to go. I can't go back, and that's why watching the YouTube channel. This is obviously being Monday, going back to Wednesday, going back to Monday was most important because I walked through picture in picture by the data. Now we're implementing. It's irrelevant. Most of the data is basically irrelevant to a degree, except what I wanted to make my point here. Let me put on the goggles. Amazing moves. As I go through my screen here, I'm going off on tangents. VFC, there you go, boom. Lower highs, higher lows. Bulls, same thing, breaking out. Jwin, I was trying. Out of the guy here. that sold it here, but I wasn't the guy here that bought it here. Now it's going higher. Another, all these stocks that Affirm, I'm in that. Affirm looking very, very, very good. Look at Affirm. Upstart, the guys are in Upstart posted in the room. What else is going on? I don't want to look at my screen now. That's, you know what? I'm gonna look at my screen. I don't want to look at my screen because I'm gonna get distracted. That's why I say that. Let me finish on TradeGATEHub. The point I'm trying to make and why this is happening is a couple of things. Credit default swaps, and this is by Surf's Up's vernacular, crash and burn to the summer lows. And he's right, whatever he wants to say. Some people say die, die, die. Some people say crash. I want to see they pull back to the range. I'd like to see them break the February 23 lows. And I'm actually charting credit default swaps because then that would take out the, this is, you could say there's some sort of a range here, but certainly it's cooperating the way that we want it to go. And it's helping the market going up. Short-term sentiment. Okay. Well, everybody knows we're way overbought, but the rotation, the oils are not doing that well. Making my point. I hope it goes back this long. Remember, there is still $6 trillion in money market securities that eventually need a home, especially when the Fed starts cutting. Okay, so maybe it's $5 trillion, maybe it's $7 trillion. You get the picture. I said this was the Russell headed for 1800 yesterday. Goldman Sachs calls, they were right. Laying it all out, 45 to 46.60. We'll look at that again. AI taking in volume. Bank of America taking my point. I have to go back and make the point. Russell, that was the one. The catch-up trade. So okay, the NASDAQ might take a breather. The IWM posted, what was that, a day, goes over the 50 days. The sharp, that's the line in the sand. The 50-day for anything short-term. QS bearish, thanks for the short you got. K-Web, all the calls were going off. But I got to make the point. It's right here. I should delete that. That was way higher, by the way. That doubled by the end of yesterday. It's 200. Sharpie's positioning in equities. They haven't even taken a position yet. Wait till the wise guys start taking positions. It's not on here. I did say the dog was on the launch pad. This was what, days ago? Why is my date in here? That was wrong. Path. Posted in the other room, but I can go to Twitter. And I have to do it because I liked it. You have to like it. You know what? It's irrelevant. I'm wasting time. Nat gas new highs. Let's look at the wise guys. We'll go all the way around. Let's look at the wise guys are doing. Okay. AI bullish. Nevada bearish. All right. So they're Nevada bearish. Some guys, shorting $50,000 worth of puts. It's probably up 8 gazillion. I don't blame them. AI bullish. Posted in this morning. Great chart. Has some catch up to do. I don't want to say you can consider it a small cap, but there's the daily on AI. I certainly want to be short. Wouldn't want to be shorted. I wouldn't want to be shorted. Even going to the weekly, the 21-day, big deal. Not interested in shorting AI, especially when it's taking, what is that? November calls, 100,000. All right, they're playing the momentum. I get it. This morning's activity, I'm not going to put it. Floor, Amazon bullish, Riven bearish, not interested, Key bullish. Remember all those Key Corp calls yesterday, Coach? Key Corp. I don't want to be in it because I had to buy about 8 zillion shares of it. But you know what? If I bought it yesterday, 11.74, I'd be up in a Key Corp acting well. U.S. Bank. Now looking, U.S. Bank now. Oh, look at U.S. Bank. Like, now it's over the 200 days. So you have to let some of the big daddies settle. Goldman's probably, Goldman's negative. I get it. Regionals were led way before even the major banks. So let them pull back a little bit. Goldman, is it over? No. Morgan Stanley, been pounding on the table on it for a long time now. Is that over? No, that's a daily that's resting. Citibank, is it over? Yeah, I hope it is over. It's resting for a little bit. It's something that I really don't. Is the move over? Yeah. It's not something I'm interested in unless they keep bombing calls here. Maybe I would buy it at 42.5, maybe some sort of strike price. There's the weekly, but it's the worst of breed right now. That's probably why it went up the most. JP and the boys, the one to buy on any type of pullback, daily, weekly, monthly, blah, blah, blah. JP Morgan always has been, probably won't change. Change. Schwab, Charlie, we're not interested in Chuck, although Chuck was buying the low in the low there. Lightspeed, not interested. Delta bearish, Baba bullish, K-Webs, TFC. This is going back to 11. It's a little after 11. Tesla calls going all across the board. November, December, November. M bullish, go November. See, I want them. See, this is what I want, though. Okay, I get it. You know what? I would pound on the Macy's trade. Macy's trades is probably going up, and they want to squeeze, especially with the volume, like they did here, and like they did here. And you saw J-Win doing the same type of thing. I get it. J-Win. They do it every other time here. J-Win daily, even worse than I thought. Let's look at VFC. Let's look at PVH, the better breed. Phillips Van Heusen acting very well. That one I would consider. My point is with Macy's, they're going after November. They're trying to take advantage of the squeeze. You know what I mean? Another week from now, or maybe Monday or Tuesday, when I do this video, which I do every day, we'll want to see, some guys buying some Macy's outside of next week or Friday. You know what I mean? Maybe they say, okay, we actually have some faith that rates might have put in some sort of, it might have stabilized at the very least. But I don't like that. I was the guy buying it down here, but it's not for me. It's not for me at this point. Newmont Mining was the worst. Was it going to go to first? No. AU. Never catch this bastard. Pull it on. Disney. Let's bring up the big daddy. Good for America. Disney is America's George Washington apple pie. There it is. Never broke the low. There was the volume capitulation. It did it here too. But it finally, see that how it had one day and pulled back? That Disney had that volume and didn't really pull back as much as it did that last time. That might have showed you that there's something happened here. Alexis has been telling me to buy NCLH every day, and he's been right. Delta Airlines pulling a cup in hand. UAL I actually like. I didn't buy it. I like that chart. No, was it UAL? Or was it Delta? No, it was neither. ALK? No, ALK had some catch. You know what? The worst one, catching up to do, you want to call it, is a small cap, LUV. As Delta actually acted better, LUV is the worst one to breed, worst one. Still trying. It's not sexy enough for me. It needs some news as a better catalyst. The catch-up trade is getting a little long in the tooth with this, as it comes to Wednesday, some of that trillions that are Goldman had to put off here, they're kind of wiping off a little bit. Sentiment's getting a little bit, now everybody's getting a little bit more comfortable, especially with adding to, there's been outs. Coach probably told you there's been outs. Planeteer, calls going off like crazy. Renaissance Capital, my idol, added to Planeteer. Now it's their second biggest position, Renaissance Capital. Fact. And you know what? We'll edify that because they're my idol. It's like I said, they're like the new Schoenfeld Securities. Let's go to what I like. Everybody should be following what I like. Gold pullback is manifesting. I like that, Coach, because you know what? I'm in it and I like it. Warren Buffett's exiting General Motors, Johnson & Johnson. This is a good point. And by the way, this is why I turned into an algo, thank God, or else I'd be shorting some of these things. Oh, I did make a nice short in AMD. Come on. The Rev put a good Wednesday morning. We have some early follow through his overseas market. Catch up. Keep in mind, strong markets stay sticky. They don't suddenly collapse. Another chart on the futures. This is another one. The Russell call volumes exploding to all-time highs in a short crushing rip fest. All-time highs in WN. So just some random freaking Wednesday. Actually, it wasn't random. It was some economic news. All right. What did I want to put on? Didn't like it. I might have commented. Replies. I've been commenting a lot. Whatever. All right, let's look right here. I just added 50% to portfolio protect. This guy's a sharp dude, Jonah. Very sharp. As a matter of fact, I got communication with him. Where we would like some replies. Right. Jonah. Yeah. the dude, sharp motherfucker. Excuse the language. Yeah, this is the spot. IBM new highs. I've been mugged. IBM, although it would be a time to short on indices, as we've seen it a bazillion times. Started to be dramatic as I have 19,000 windows open on TradeGATEHub. The majority of shorting has been in names and not indexes. So I can't stand shorting indexes. I don't really believe in it. It's like a coin flip. You're basically guessing if the market is going higher or lower on a, that's why I trade stocks. If every market is up 5% in a day and Apple's up at 0.5%, I short Apple. But it would be a time to put some hedges on and keep your runners on in individual stocks. A very good point. AI new high of the day. Look at this. You know what? I'm active. AI, the calls took a new high of the day. Intel lows, USO lows, IoT on a mission. IoT, Alexis, I hope you're hearing this. IoT is on a mission. Fucking A. There's IoT. Oh my God, in this on 50,000, whatever type of share. New high through this right here. Accept me. The ones I don't have are going to accept me. One of the ones that I do have. Emblematic of a decent trader, by the way. Time to put on some hedges in some individual stocks. I don't care how long I go. Cut me off. Talking out loud. I've been mugged. IBM new highs. Coach, right here, 8 minutes ago, already liking what I like. Doesn't even have to. I could run amok. And Coach has that on screen, and he has that trust in me to say the right things. A great leader. He is. Oliver, small sharp. He's an investment champion. That's what he says. IW, it's all small caps. Small cap, growthy stuff outperforming again. It's all SDGR pushing. Where am I on that one? SDGR. It's an AI play. Look at this. This is what you want to see on stock. I don't care what they do, volume, whatever it is. A run up, a flag, broke up, didn't break lower, and goes right to the 200 day. Where am I? Can't trade them all. Good point, though, Ali. Okay. BYU, rinse and setup. White House. SC lowered. Easy dollar environment. Typically, bears start hibernating in December, but I'll think they'll be hitting their dens a little earlier, right? Disney, Revenge of the Mouse. My God. Okay. Somebody emailed me. Maybe it's Jonah. Chewy. Dip and rip. You see that? The people now the people that are not in it that made the hard money, buying it down here, and they went, oh, I got 17. Now the real money's going to go. Now it's on the launch pad. This RSI might go to 80. Wise guys. My MRS. Wise guys. It's all boiled down to the wise guys. Let's see what they're doing. Okay, I'll follow these freaking guys because they know what they're doing. NIO bullish, not interested. You check the chart on your own time. You know what? I did trade this LI. I took it into numbers, Long Island. I actually sold it well, I think, 41.10. It's still LI top tick, Mike Venezia. I sold a lot of it too. LI closed. Nice trade, Mike. I was so happy. Look at that. Look at this trade. Oh, this is so beautiful. It's not over. Oh, look at this. The flush out with the volume. Came back. It's a China stock. China's good. I should be adding to this. A real man adds to this instead of selling it. But I did sell it at the top. Freaking fact. Nice trade. Anyway, next. But they're going to NIO, which made me think about LI. Not interested in NIO. I'm not buying a China laggard. Planeteer, January calls. The good calls. Open. They're going into open. That's all I know. Oh, when I see open, I know the squeeze is not done. See that? When you go to open, that freaking credit dog, they go to open and the squeeze is not done when I see it like that. Carnival Cruise Lines, look at this. Squeeze isn't over. All right, the squeeze is over. What you want to see, which is bullish. This is not that bullish to me. I want to see Microsoft down too. I want to see this is not good. I'd rather see Microsoft have a red bar by now on the day and everything's still acting this way. Any questions? My wife's away. I went off the caffeinated coffee. Isn't there a movie in Fast Times Ridgemont Highway that says I'm off decaf? Give me some. I'm on decaf. I'm on a freaking regular coffee now. Well, you never know it. Okay, let's look at some charts. Okay. You know what? CRISPR, they come back. Of course, what a dip. Nutella finally played catch up. I bought yesterday, Nutella. I said, they're not going to get me out of this. Nutella 23 to 27. I actually added to it this morning and added to it well in the fund. Okay, Nutella, Labo. My guys are telling me to buy Labo. Matter of fact, before I came on here, I'm not lying. Why would I lie? So good. Not lying. What type of language is that? All right, Labo, I'm buying it. It's at 325. I'm in it. I'll load up in Labo to triple ETF. It needs some time to rest over this, over this 50-day, but I wouldn't be surprised this thing goes to 5 by the end of the year. I'm not in it yet. Any questions? As I close my 14,000 windows. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I apologize if I went a little overboard. I actually came on a little bit late. From here, again, sentiment is irrelevant. That's why nobody's even posting it. It's obviously overbought. People are under. And another thing is the VIX is 14. Even if the VIX makes a move to 17 and pops, what is that? 30%? 30% move. The VIX would still be at 17 and change. Fund managers would still be underweight and underfunded, which will still, by the end of the year, I mean, usually the rule of thumb is when the VIX was below 20, then the market would be have less volatility, that there'd be no excuse for people or fund managers to be worried, or CTAs to be worried about volatility, or I'm worried about getting in here. So the VIX is at 14. Even if it spikes 30% at 17, they're still going to want to add to this on any type of pullback. What type of pullback, I don't know, but that's what I see from now on. The inflation picture, I'll leave that up to the professionals. I'm going to price action and volume. Am I taking advantage of some short squeezes? Maybe. Am I yet going to see if a target is a product of a short squeeze or maybe some sort of turnaround? Same with the Disney type of thing. Uber's ripping. Still, look at that one. That's no. Oh, look at Uber. You know what? That was holding in the whole time. If you're a believer, but like a lot of the big guys like Larry, buying stocks that are holding the 200-day and buying strong stocks on dips, you're huge. So you know what? Who's going to? I mean, I don't really think who's going to go on selling Uber. Maybe there's the tax loss selling here. Thing pulls back. People, they're going to be wanted. MGM, not General Motors. I wouldn't. Stocks like MGM. Hilton Hotels, a hotel. Somebody's going to need a hotel. Why am I in a hotel? People will be saying, I've been traveling all around the place. Why can't you hedge me in a hotel? So I made my points. You know what I mean? There's always something to do. Yeah, General Motors is down here. Am I buying it because I think it's going to be have catch up? No. IBM, maybe. I'm not doing that IBM. But, let's see. Stocks like DuPont. I don't know. That's a boomer thing. See some chemical stocks. I don't know. Am I buying Kohl's here? I'm not sure. There's a lot of shorts in Kohl's. Kohl's is just as bad as General Motors to a degree, but it's a different type of situation. You know what I mean? So I guess I'll leave it at that. I'll take a breath and then I'll move on. But it was an honor. It's always a plan. Have a plan. We're seeing some selling up here. I don't blame you. I'm taking some off as we speak. So I'll leave it everybody there at TradeGATEHub. That's why. 4-month bills draws. There's a bond auction. So I got to rep. I'll get off here as I'll leave it at the main page of TradeGate Markets, our sponsor. Beautiful page. And for those that are following TradeGate, Trade Free Markets a lot, follow us all around. Major social media pushing all around the place. Okay. So trade well. TradeGATEHub is just one tab of Tradeview Markets. This one tab gives you this whole other world of videos in the red YouTube channel. Punch around, because you know what? We wouldn't be able to do this for free if we weren't running on all cylinders all around. And that includes trading with the narrowest spreads and lowest commissions. And that's why we do this. we're gonna continue to keep doing it. So thanks for Coach for his video. We'll be on tomorrow. Have a plan and know what you're doing. You know FOMO. There's always something to do. And if something like this happened, this run up happened now, it'll happen again. Trust me. So if you're underinvested, be a pro. Make moves. You know what I mean? Take advantage of the movements and what we do and bring to the table, and know your style as well. So cheers, everyone.